What's going on, and welcome back to today's video. Today we're out here and we're getting ready to go down this little channel back here and go to this private well, I guess it's not private, it's just kind of hidden, but don't do this. I wish I could clean it up, but I don't have a truck or trash bags or anything. I'm also an hour away from home, but don't do that. That's ridiculous. This place is usually absolutely beautiful. I mean, there's a few pieces of trash around. Why would you throw 3 full bags of trash out? Honestly, it makes me want to dig through it and see if I can find a receipt or a name or something, because I'm at a nature preserve, like a DNR nature preserve. Come on now, it's ridiculous. But either way, we're gonna go fishing today. I gotta load up a few last minute things now, and then hopefully we can catch some largemouth. I have a feeling this place is gonna be extremely weeded up today, so I think I'm gonna throw a topwater frog or some weedless baits. But we'll see what happens, so stick with it and let's get to the lake. All right, let's roll. That is so sad. I hate seeing that stuff. If anybody wants to come help me carry this kayak, they're more than welcome to. Okay, we're made it to the lake and it's pretty bad. Fish just jumped though. As you can see, the lake is in real bad shape. They need to do a weed kill really badly. Even though the lake is in pretty rough shape, we're still gonna go ahead and give her a full send and hopefully do some topwater frogging. And you just never know, the fish could be insane today, but let's get in there, rip some lips. Gotta check for snakes, because this place is loaded with them. All right, we're out here in the green sludge. I'm gonna start with the old topwater frog, and I'm just gonna hit some of the shallow spots and hopefully find some fish. I'm probably gonna have to fish through some stuff that's not super you know, thick. So a lot of this lake is pretty thick, but there are some spots that is just more like a green pod on top of the water. But let's see what happens. I think I'm throwing this is a live target little frog, normal size, and just we'll see what happens. So I'm throwing a little live target frog, and I've got it on 30-pound Power Pro braided line. And some people may think that's a little light, and I would say you could be right, for especially places like this where it's just overly weeded up. But I think it's going to get the job done just fine. I'm not super aggressive, especially in a kayak. You can't set the hook that hard or just be too aggressive at all. So 30 pounds should be good. I've got 2 different rods rigged up. I've got this one with the frog on it, and the other one's got you know, a bait for the bottom. It's got a Guggen Baits Bandito bug, but I'm probably going to change that either to a slow sinking like Texas rigged worm, or else I'll put a like a weedless swim bait on there for some of the open water. But I want to try this frog first. The goal today is just one fish. If I can get one fish, I'll be overly excited. I've seen a couple different blowups, but I haven't had any on my frog yet. I think the fishing in here is just going to be extremely slow. I'm having trouble finding some spots that are shallow that aren't completely weeded up. There are spots that have some weeds and some algae on it that you can definitely fish through, but unfortunately it's in a little bit deeper water. But I want to fish some of that shallow stuff, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get a bass to come hit top water in 10 or 12 feet of water. We're just going to keep trucking around this little lake here for now and see what happens. Like I said, one fish, that's the goal, and I will call it a success. I've already had a great time out here. I've seen quite a few little wood ducks, and I've seen these other birds called like woodcocks, and then some other, you know, species of birds. It's always cool coming out here. It's almost like visiting the zoo in the bird section. There's just birds everywhere. There we go. That was pretty neat. Kind of close to the boat. We have met our goal, and that is a successful day of fishing. Holy smokes. Stay in the boat for me, buddy. I know you got the camera soaked, but that's all right. It's kind of crazy. Oh, there goes a bunch of woodies. Beautiful wood ducks. Pretty neat little bass. Nothing too big to brag about, but Probably a solid 14-incher. It's tough back in here, but we got one. This guy is like freakishly warm, honestly. It's kind of crazy. There's another duck, another couple ducks actually. I think they're both wood ducks too, hen wood ducks. It's pretty cool. Finally got me a fish. Where this open water is, that's kind of shallow, or on the edge of some shallow. I think it was an access road that when they dug this, because this was used to help make an interstate, when they dug it, they used it as an access road. So, and they kept it shallower in the long run, and then just filled water. So basically, between that bank to my left and straight to the right, it's pretty shallow in there. And then everything over here is shallow as well, but there's just like a sandbar right through here that's pretty shallow. Yeah, see, there's fish on this sandbar. Now, whether or not they're actually gonna fully commit, I don't know. I figured I'd be able to see something out here, but wasn't sure how it would all play out. I tell you what, kayak fishing and this stuff sure can be tough. It can be rewarding at times, but just kayaking through this sludge is just brutal. It was like 86 degrees when I got here. Still pretty warm. The water's crazy hot. I'm thinking, you know, within the next month, the water's really going to cool down quite a bit. And then my guess would be by mid-September, this place will be really, really good again. And the fishing will be back to normal. Hopefully some of these weeds will die down this winter. Maybe we'll get a harsh winter and the weeds will die off some. I think these weeds also take up a lot of the oxygen in the lake. And when fish don't have a lot of oxygen, sometimes they can die if it gets that bad. But typically it just makes them super lethargic and they're just really slow moving. They just don't want to do a lot. They just hang out in the summer. And they feed, you know, heavily in the spring and fall, but the other times of the year they're just pretty slow. So I just put my hand in the water and it feels like warm bath water. Probably explain why I've only had 3 blow-ups so far, and one of them just completely missed everything. So one fish, I've still got a little bit left to go. I'm not going to stay here real long though. I'm not going to push it. I'd rather get in here, try it out, see what's happening, and then move on. There's plenty of other lakes around here. There's like a lot of lakes in this county, but I'm just going to work my way around a little bit and see if I can find some other stuff to fish and hopefully catch something on the way back. But if not, either way, one's pretty cool. So I'm gonna chuck my frog around a little bit longer and see what happens. Alright y'all, sorry for a really short video. It's just not working out the way I had hoped, which is no big deal. I'm super thankful to be out here, but as you can see behind me, I mean, this place is cheesed up. It is really, really thick back here, and the fishing is just not what I'd hoped for. So I'm going to chalk it up for a win because I got that one that I was hoping for, but in terms of numbers and size, we're just going to have to give it another month. But either way, I got to say thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a thumbs up to this video if you enjoyed it. And we'll catch you on the next episode, and I hope the next one has got some more fish in it. We'll catch you later. Peace, y'all.